Hey, everybody, welcome to the Sky Lounge podcast, episode number 210. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Follow me at the Sky Lounge on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Music, and also check out the Sky Lounge on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Without further ado, let's get shit started with episode number 210. We didn't start the Kung Flu, but it's killing Sportsball, and I desperately crave it. That's right. Episode number 210 is entitled We Didn't Start the Kung Flu, but it's killing Sportsball, and I desperately crave it. Yes, kids, I understand that there are certain sports leagues that are up and about right now. I mean, majority of fucking soccer leagues, football leagues around the world, all open, all available. KBO, still going on. Remember KBO, kids? Yeah, I do. I still catch up with it a little bit, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Just like 007, the world is not enough. And when I want Zawarudo, I want everything. And thankfully, despite some of these leagues not in play, they got news and stories that we can entertain ourselves with. And the NFL is never short of clowns. It's never short of clowns. And of course, the Clown Prince and Antonio Brown makes some fucking dumbass statement again. And I'm of the belief that Antonio Brown is full of shit almost every day. Right? So this guy goes on Twitter and announces his retirement. And I call bullshit. I would imagine you make a big fucking U-turn 5 to 7 business days. Kind of like UPS. Just boop. We'll have there 5 to 7 business days. Yeah, that's what you're going to fucking do. And here's the fucking thing with this twat. Some desperate team is going to be so elated about having a top receiver that they will fucking bend over backwards to sign this guy. And you know what? It could be the fucking Seahawks. I wouldn't be fucking surprised if that happens. But if that happens, I would be upset. But why? He's a great player. It's all about the skills. He's also a fucking team cancer. He's also known to just be an all-around sociopath. And really, I don't fucking like the guy. But here's the thing, too. Here's the fucking hypocrisy in all this shit, kids. And this is what you do as a sports fan. And I don't really give a fuck if you have a problem with this shit or not. If this motherfucker comes to the Seahawks and somehow the goddamn Seahawks make it to the Super Bowl and win the goddamn Super Bowl, I'll be really happy with Antonio Brown. If he's still on the squad, that is. And if we get there and if we win it. That's a lot of fucking ifs. So if you can cross those if hurdles, yeah, I'll cheer for your ass. I'll be happy about it. But right now, no. Motherfucker, no. Fuck Antonio Brown. Him and Ben Roethlisberger were like butt buddies, best of friends. They fucking deserve each other. 2 sacks of shit. Initially for the price of one, but of course, dipshit Antonio Brown, Clown Prince, had to go all in on the cancer and ego. So kudos to him on going that route and becoming a football pariah. But what do you fucking expect? What do you fucking expect from Antonio Brown? Nothing. But you're still left disappointed. That's right, kids. That's right. But you know what? As disappointing as certain aspects of the NFL are, hey, when you give me solid dates, I'm a happy camper. So the NFL went ahead and released some training camp dates, and we have early dates like rookies starting to report on Tuesday, tomorrow, July 21st. QBs and injured players will report as early as Thursday, July 23rd, and all other vets are due by July 28th, next Tuesday. So everything's trickling down, man. We're finally seeing some shit happen in the NFL, and I'm excited. And goddamn it, kids, there's more stuff popping up in the NFL, potentially, with preseason and week 1 games. And here's the thing about preseason games right now. It's still up in the air. No one really knows if they're going to be played. But if they are played, the dates are as such. Preseason week 1, August 20th to the 24th. Again, if played. Preseason week number 2, if played, will take on from August 27th to 31st. And week 1 will kick off with Thursday Night Football, with the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Houston Texans on September 10th, 2020. And, of course, kids, we remember why this matchup is going to be so great. Because Bill O'Brien's Texans are absolute ass. They still are, by the way. Somehow, through the offseason, they've gotten worse. And I am dying to see how the $500 million man dismantles Bill O'Brien's bitches. Although Deshaun Watson is going to do everything in his power to try to get shit going, but it's Bill O'Brien. A lot of terrible things happen under Bill O'Brien. But hey, thankfully, Bill O'Brien isn't related to the Sunday games of week 1, which will hopefully take place on September 13th. But the question right now remains, will the star players actually play? It's an interesting question because you have these NFL stars, these top guys like Russell Wilson, Larry Fitzgerald, Myles Garrett, all these kids. I don't actually know if Larry Fitzgerald tweeted it, but please fact check me on that, kids. The hashtag We Want to Play started on Twitter, and I gotta tell you, man, I understand that there is this constant concern with the Chinese virus known as the Kung Flu, and yeah, there's so many fucking factors to why certain players are fearful, like Russell Wilson, pregnant wife, young kids, possibly elderly family around the house, within his vicinity. So it's a very understandable concern. But I'll push this for a little bit later with the Kung Flu talk. But they're gonna fucking make this political, aren't they? They're gonna fucking make this as blatantly annoying as possible to alienate people from the NFL again, aren't they? They're gonna do this shit again. Like, they did this shit with fucking Kaepernick. They didn't learn their fucking lessons the first time? Oh, hey, if you alienate fans from the NFL, money-wise, you're not going to have a great time. But, yeah. Keep sticking to that plan, jackasses. Quite honestly, it's kind of sad how history tends to repeat itself, but stupid shit in history tends to repeat itself. Makes me upset. But there are certain things that makes me happy. Well, maybe happy is a bit of a shit word that we don't really want to use, but maybe satisfied is another way to put it. Major League Baseball. Yeah, I shit on Major League Baseball all the time, but hey, guess what, man? Summer camps are going on. Teams are playing against each other. And opening day is only a couple days away, July 23rd, kids. Oh boy. It is going to be a great time. But for one particular team, it's not going to be a fucking great time, despite opening day happening. The Toronto Blue Jays will not be able to play in their home arena based in Toronto, Canada, because the Canadian government, specifically the immigration department, from what I read, denied access to the Blue Jays due to growing concerns of the Kung Flu. It's just funny to me, though. Right? All this shit with the MLB, questions start popping up in your head. Like, isn't it the MLB's fault for not having an actual plan in place in time to get shit rolling? And maybe the Toronto Blue Jays kind of got unlucky with the whole not being able to play in their home situation because of timing. I mean, weren't these the same fuckers that couldn't decide on any sort of date and pay situation for months in the MLB? Like, really? I mean, did we just forget that shit? Now you're telling us that there's going to be logistical issues with the Blue Jays? Oh boy. Imagine Canada getting uppity about this fucking baseball shit. How soon do you think one of the California teams will flip out about how deadly Kung Flu is and just stop the season altogether? I mean, that's an actual possibility, kids. All right? Because California, oh boy. It's the state that I live right next to because I live in Nevada, Las Vegas. And coming from California, I know how much of a fucking shithole it is. Okay, dude, I lived in LA for 6 years. I visit LA every once in a while. It's a fucking shithole. It's still a shithole after 20 years. And holy fucking Christ. You get concerned when you look at places like California. Because it really illustrates, in my eyes, how bad perception is about the Kung Flu. And really how Kung Flu is negatively affecting sports. I mean, you have so many athletes across the United States complaining all throughout the quarantine that their respective leagues don't care, but they want to play. But they want to be safe, but they don't want fans. Actually, they want fans, right? That's the whole fucking word they've been saying. Oh, we want fans there, we want fans there, we want fans there. But they want the league to not start because of the ever-growing concerns of Kung Flu. Do you see the kind of stupidity behind the shit? No? All right. That's fine. That's fine. You don't have to see it. But hear me out, okay? Every major league in America, NFL, MLB, NBA, and NHL, are all sensitive to the Kung Flu because of the high infection rate and the number of positive test results for their players. But I ask, with the death rate plummeting, the actual numbers showing the rather insignificant impact relative to the whole of the country, and most athletes being pretty healthy in their early 20s to mid 30s, why so overdramatic? Why are these sports leagues being so fucking overdramatic? Yeah, the first thing I hear is kids and elderly. Dude, most of these fucking leagues that are planning to restart, like the NBA and the NHL, are going to be in a fucking bubble. Separation from family and friends. And I think you should be kind of stringent and strict about that shit. Because, well, geez, I mean, for one, the health thing, and the other fucking thing, you're battling for a fucking championship. I don't know, the bloody thing that you worked on for your entire goddamn career to get to where you're at, to have that fucking opportunity and chance. But I don't fucking know. I'm not an athlete. I'm just speaking off the goddamn mind of what I've seen throughout history with athletes. But yeah, of course. You're going to ask me about the MLB and NFL. Yeah, different circumstances for the MLB and NFL. Because you have to play an entire regular season spread through different locations all throughout the country. But couldn't you set up protocols so that you don't have to come in contact with family members if you're so damn concerned? I'm just saying, this doesn't seem like fucking rocket science. But everyone's making it out like it's supposed to be. This is the fucking problem that I've said with both the extreme left and the extreme right. The extreme left is thinking, hey, we got to shut everything down. Everything has to be fucking canceled. Nothing has to fucking pop out. Everybody goes into their fucking bunkers. No humanity, right? Versus everybody on the extreme right, everybody's got to go out. Everything's got to be open. Yada, 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 yada. Dude, we have to find the fucking middle ground. We have to find the goddamn middle ground of, hey, maybe 50% capacity for a stadium, while we also maintain certain protocols so that we limit infections and spreading. Maybe supply teams with certain medical supplies, cheap medical supplies like masks, possibly hand sanitizer, shit like that. But I don't know. Apparently thinking and questioning shit is rocket science. And I'm an idiot, but I'm still curious about shit. That's why I ask. That's why I get frustrated and like vent out shit. And of course, motherfuckers, I could be wrong in my assessment. Of course I can. There might be more efficient alternatives to handling it. Of course there is. Because there's smarter motherfuckers than me. Of course. But don't fucking sit there with your rich, insufferable asses bitching about how unsafe and dangerous everything is. Fuck off. Fuck right off with that shit. You ain't paid millions and you're just fucking telling us like, oh, this is unworthy. Ooh. This is why athletes get no fucking empathy from vast majority of Americans when you just talk to them. They don't really give a shit about you because you're fucking pompous rich assholes who live in their own fucking reality and want to fucking coerce that reality as honest truth. But it's not. You rich fucks. I swear to God, man. This is why I generally try not asking athletes, celebrities for their autographs or any fucking picture and shit. Because they're normal human beings like you and me. I elevate them when I fucking see them on the goddamn field or some shit. But in real life, you're just another fucking human being. Is that wrong? Like, no. Like, and I don't want to fucking bother them. So if I can do you that courtesy, can you fucking at least cut the assumption that your fucking insufferable, rich, pompous reality isn't everyone else's? Can you fucking do that shit for me? I know that's a fucking arduous task for you. But god damn it, man. I ask too much of people. I do ask too much of people. It's because I have expectations. And as I've learned, expectations are dangerous. And expectations are a burden. Just like how in the world of football, Watford had expectations and they did not meet it. My back is actually itching right now. And I'm sure, Nigel Pearson was the itch on Watford's back that they wanted to fucking remove. With 2 games left, they sacked their manager. And fair play, though. Watford was sitting at 17th when they sacked Nigel Pearson. But it's sad, dude. This guy got sacked by Leicester when they were in the relegation zone during the 2014-15 season. But, you know, the perpetual fear of being in the relegation zone makes you do crazy things. So, am I totally shocked that Nigel Pearson got sacked? Not really. Am I bummed out a little bit? Yeah. Because this guy always gets the, odd end of the stick. And Watford is a club that has been pretty decent for the last few years, but just completely shattered apart. And it's curious, too. Because I recall Aston Villa losing in the FA Cup finals in 2015. Then they got relegated the very next season, if I'm not mistaken. And same thing with Watford. They got destroyed by Manchester City in the FA Cup final last season. And it looks as though they are going to get relegated. And that's kind of the beauty of the Premier League table right now. It is just high tension. And it's palpable tension. And that's the best kind of shit. And in my eyes, there are 2 significant things that you have to look out for until the 26th, this Sunday, which is the final day of the Premier League. So, the battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th with the perks each position entails. Obviously, 3rd, you're guaranteed spot into the Champions League. 4th, you're going to a qualifying round to get into the Champions League. And 5th, obviously, Europa League. So, as it stands, you have Chelsea sitting with 64 points with a plus 15 goal differential with 36 matches played. 4th place, Leicester City, 62 points, plus 28 goal differential with 37 matches played. And in 5th, you have Manchester United, 62 points, plus 28 goal differential and 36 matches played. So very interesting to see how Chelsea and Leicester and Manchester United kind of finesse their way forward, in the next few days. Should be a very interesting time. And really, the more interesting aspect, in my eyes, every season is always the battle for relegation survival. The relegation battles are absolutely intense, especially the last few weeks of the Premier League. And Norwich City being out of the Premier League means 2 other clubs are about to be sent to the fucking Shadow Realm, aka the Championship. And you got 4 teams of interest right now. And it starts with the 16th place West Ham United with 37 points, minus 13 goal differential with 36 matches played. At 17th, you have Watford, minus 23 points, 36 matches played. I actually didn't write the fucking point tallies there. That's my B. That's my B. And I'm going to actually go ahead and look that shit up. But yeah, like I said and mentioned with Watford, you got the squad right now where for years, like they've just been on point, and all of a sudden it's just completely fallen apart. Right? And again, they are sitting at 17th place with 34 points. And you have Aston Villa sitting at 18th place. Boys and girls, I apologize for the delay. My fucking shit is having some difficulties. But they are sitting at 18th place with 36 points, 31 points, I apologize, with a minus 27 goal differential and 36 matches played. And at 19th, boys and girls, you got Bournemouth with 31 points, minus 27 goal differential with 37 matches played. So Bournemouth looking as though they are going to be the second team to be officially relegated, if anything. And that spot at 18th looks comfortable in terms of Aston Villa. But again, Watford, after firing their manager, who the hell knows which direction they go. So very curious to see how each of these teams will, respond. And it's the beauty of football, man. It is the beauty of football, kids. And one of these fine beauties has to be the FA Cup. Yep, we got to talk about the FA Cup. The FA Cup semifinals took place this weekend. And yesterday, Chelsea dismantled Manchester United 3-1. And this was no competition. Don't let the fucking one goal score from Manchester United fool you into thinking that this squad was ready. Bruno Fernandes' penalty aside in the 85th minute, Chelsea completely dominated Manchester United all throughout this match. And really, in my eyes, it's not speaking to the mediocrity of Manchester United in this match. It speaks to kind of the superiority of what Frank Lampard has been able to do with this squad in Chelsea. And I gotta say, it's really impressive. And I hate the fact that my boy Giroud's there, but shout out to my boy Giroud. He's doing fantastic over there in Chelsea. And yeah, man. Do I like the fact that Chelsea beat United? No. I'm not even fucking cheering for United, but I hate the fact that Chelsea won. At the same time, I also hate the fact that I would have hated if United won too. So it doesn't matter. I would hated it either fucking way. But Chelsea looked fantastic against Manchester United, and they are going to be facing a very familiar foe in the FA Cup final. That's right, kids. It's Arsenal. I know, dude. Arsenal Football Club beat Manchester City 2-0 in the FA Cup semifinals. Both Manchester clubs knocked the fuck out in the semifinals. Two London clubs going at it in the FA Cup final. My, oh my. And again, kids, I didn't expect Arsenal to pull through. For weeks, I've been saying Arsenal's going to fail. They're going to be fucking miserable. But here we sit with Arsenal heading to a fucking FA Cup final. I mean, it's just fucking wild. Arsenal! Questions with Arsenal, man. Can Arsenal get revenge for last year's Europa League final? Can they lift a cup in a banter year? And more importantly, can they win their 14th FA Cup? Most in competition history. They had 13 right now. But that 14th would be so fucking sweet, especially on a fucking banter year. My God. I've noticed how with football right now, I've been very cynical. I have. I still am. I'm not going to fucking dip away from that shit because having optimism for Arsenal is a very dangerous fucking thing. But last week, after the horrible North London Derby result, Arsenal's been showing out. And I hate the fucking optimism they're giving me, but they're heading to an FA Cup final on a shit year. And I can't believe it. I honestly can't fucking believe Arsenal is headed to an FA Cup final, man. This is the same fucking year that Unai Emery started as manager, and he was dog shit. And then you had that whole fucking period with Arsenal Football Club where they didn't know who the fuck they were going to pick, so they just kind of plucked Freddie Ljungberg from the youth role into the goddamn coaching role and didn't turn out all that well. Then you bring in Mikel Arteta, lots of expectations. And Arteta, like I said, has many different arcs in his first stint here. Or first year. Technically first chapter here at Arsenal as a manager. Lots of frustrating starts. Then, I don't know. I mean, despite him contracting Kung Flu, Mikel Arteta just doing some shit in this football club. I mean, Mikel Arteta is actually changing this club, I think, in a way. And I don't want to say for the better yet, because I said that about Unai Emery and I was completely wrong. But I'm very impressed with what they've been able to achieve so far. And of course, that's all with the caveat, right? Can you win the FA Cup final on August 1st against Chelsea at Wembley Stadium? Can you? If you can, amazing. If you can't, I got to go back to the drawing board and figure shit out again. So, yeah. Because ultimately, kids, sportsball world giveth, and it also taketh. That is the nature of sports. Very black and white. And that's why we love it. That's why we fucking love it. But on the next episode, on the Sky Lounge, kids, we're going to kind of veer away from sports ball again. And we'll see what happens in terms of what we're going to discuss. But whoo-wee! All right, motherfuckers. I appreciate you dropping by this episode. Follow me at the Sky Lounge on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Music. And also check out the Sky Lounge on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Till next time, kids. Fuck off.